This is Tina Marie Medlin, founder of Warrior Braids Ministry, and this is the Warrior Roundtable. Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Warrior Roundtable. I'm so excited. Today we have Mary Hemphill with the Limitless Lady. Hi, Mary.
Hi, Tina. How are you?
Oh, so good. I'm so glad we finally were able to connect.
Absolutely. Listen, when I heard your testimony and we connected at Fueled by Faith, I've been looking forward to this ever since. So thank you
Oh,
for
I'm
having
so
me.
glad. Thank you. I know you are a busy, busy woman. So we are blessed to have you. I wanted to go ahead and just kind of just start where we need to.
Yeah.
Like, tell us a little bit about your story and how you kind of fit into the Warrior Braids ministry family, really.
Absolutely. Listen, when I tell you, we as women have such a intimate relationship with our bodies.
Mm,
And I love the way God designed that for us to be nurturers, to be carriers. And so, when you think about showing up in the professional space or the marketplace, as we're called to do, there comes a point where your body will be whispering to you and say, "Hey, I need a little rest. I need a little bit more hydration. I need a
yep.
vacation." And then, Tina, there are chapters in your life where your body screams. And I believe that on the professional ladder, I call myself an edupreneur because I blend 22 plus years of education now with entrepreneurship. And I'm a coach and a speaker and an author for leaders in the corporate, local government, and educational sector around the world. But it wasn't always that way.
Right. Yeah.
um, I spent 22 years, in education and only to find out that I had been growing fibroids in my body.
Wow.
And Tina, I don't know how, when I tell you, I would get my regular checkups, I would get my regular
Yeah.
scans, everything. All of the questionnaires I would fill out, there are no red flags. My health providers never indicated that there was anything wrong, particularly when I would ask questions or tell them about a
Hmm.
irregularity. So one day I had heated up some leftovers. It was like a Sunday, regular Sunday. I'm just going to sit down and it's after church and I'm just going to do my thing, heat up the food, and it just smells weird. Just to the
Huh.
point where I got super sick and super like nauseous. Tina, I didn't make it up the stairs to my bedroom.
Oh my gosh.
I passed out. And when I woke up, there were four paramedics over me.
Wow.
And two males on this side, two females on this side, and they were checking my vitals and they were talking to one
Sure.
another. And the female paramedic says, all her vitals are great. I think that she's either dehydrated or something's going on with her body and she needs to go see a doctor.
Hmm. You're like,
What
but
do you
I'm
mean?
fine.
Fine. And now, Tina, also know that my definition of fine was 90-hour weeks, doing what I could for family, showing up everywhere that anybody expected me
That's
to
right.
be, right?
Hmm.
Um, and I go to the doctor. It's an urgent care doctor, and she gets, she's doing the scan and everything. She gets down, to my pelvic area, and she's like, "Oh, how many children have you had, Tina?" I was looking around because if I've had children, it was news to me.
You didn't know.
Was
You were like,
that's
I know I'm
not
busy.
sure. And she said, before I became an ER physician, she's like,
Mhm.
I was an OBGYN.
Oh,
And
wow.
she said, I'm feeling something. And Tina, she says to me while I'm on the table getting examined, she says, I think you need to go see a radiologist. And I get it. But to hear that,
Yeah.
and then your mind,
Oh, yeah.
you know
Scary.
what God says, right? But at the same time, there's a millisecond where you're like, okay, I'm human,
That's right.
but I know I serve a God
Be
who's bigger
anxious
than
about
this moment.
nothing. Yep.
Exactly.
Hmm.
Went to the radiologist. I got my scan. Tina, I had fibroids from the size of a grapefruit to the size of a snow pea. And the radiologist, of course, couldn't do say what she was seeing until she was the
Right.
technician. So the
Yeah.
doctor came in, best doctor. And here's the piece. The reason I'm a warrior is because
Mhm.
God assigned warriors to my team.
Mm,
Right? Like my
like that.
doctor was a warrior.
Yes.
Every technician was a warrior. Like every single person that he aligned is a part of my story.
Yeah.
And I had a major myomectomy in April of 2022.
Okay.
That is a C-section surgery because it was so big they could not do laparoscopic.
Okay.
I had to learn how to walk again. I had to learn, PT, all of that.
Oh,
And
sure.
then I had a smaller surgery, a laparoscopic that November, and we removed over 50 fibroids that year. So
Wow.
that's why I'm here.
Wow. That is wow. I'm just like, I can't even imagine the pain that you had to have been in, and you pushed through that pain like we always do, but that's not always a good thing to do.
That part, that part. And Tina, like we talk about physical pain as
Mm,
warriors, but I think the other pain that we don't talk about enough is the emotional, spiritual pain of
yeah.
suffering. Tina, I hadn't even broken a finger. I hadn't had my
Right.
tonsils out. I still have all 36 of my teeth. Like there's no surgery in my
Right.
history.
Yeah.
So to take FML, to talk about fertility, to have
Mm.
all of these people literally in your business and you're answering questions, that's a different kind of pain. I
Oh,
love how you
yeah.
said that's a different kind of pain.
Yeah, it's almost like a violation in a sense. I mean,
Mm,
like especially someone who has never had anything, and it was just like boom, you have that. You're like, whoa, whoa. A lot of times
yeah.
too, with other diagnoses and stuff like that, when you are a perfectly healthy person, and I'm not saying, I mean, like with me, I have chronic illness, so it's like one more thing. I kind of laugh about it in a sense because I'm like, really, one more thing. But when you are a person that has had nothing, so you're going from 0 to 100 in
Hmm.
0.5 seconds.
Hmm. Exactly. And I mean, something simple, Tina, like as walking. You mean I have to have assistance to walk? Like, I don't know what that like,
You're
what
like,
do
what do
you
you mean?
mean?
Yeah.
So violation, yes, and a rewiring of
Mm,
this.
sure.
No matter what, we as women particularly, we can't take a vacation from our minds. That this
Oh,
thing goes with us
everywhere.
everywhere.
24/7, 2 a.m.
We go on vacation, there's your mind.
That's right.
You're in a hospital bed, there's your mind.
Yeah.
And Tina, I lost so much blood that the second day of my surgery, and this is still COVID regulation. So one person in the room, and my
Ooh,
mom,
yeah.
41 years in oncology, was in the room with me, thank God. But I lost so much blood. I had to have a blood transfusion the day after the surgery. And the conversations that were flying over my head,
Yeah. That's traumatic too. Having those blood
yes.
transfusions are, I mean, and there's reactions to transfusions, and I mean, there's all
Mm,
these what ifs that, and you're right, they're talking over your head. They're having those conversations over you, and you're like, hello. And then the anxiety starts creeping in
exactly.
again, and you're like, okay, God, I know. Don't be anxious. You've got this. But again, we're human. So
Exactly.
we do the best we can. Well,
Exactly.
and that's
And
why I want to do podcasts and talk to people that have these experiences so other people know that, hey, you know what? You're not alone. You are so
yes.
not alone.
Oh my goodness. And I'm so grateful you're doing it because also these conversations aren't as prevalent as you would think. Because I asked my mom, I asked other family members, fibroids? Like,
Right.
is this a conversation? PCOS, endometrial, like
Hmm.
who is talking about this? And then
Right.
more importantly, who is talking to the women who are impacted by it? but still desire the quality of life that we know God promised us.
Exactly. And I think there's a lot more women now with
Hmm.
PCOS and
Hmm.
endometriosis. I had endometriosis myself. So it's like it I don't know. There's so much uncertainty of why it's all happening, and so more questions need to be asked, and more people do need to talk about it. And I know a lot of times with certain chronic illnesses, like for me, I have Crohn's. So people with Crohn, they think of it as the bathroom disease, and no one wants to talk about it. But if you don't talk about it and you're not transparent about it, you're not going to help anybody else.
Exactly.
So
Exactly.
you've just got to talk about it just to
Absolutely.
help other
You know,
people.
and once you get over the hump of what are people going to think and how am I
Right.
going to be perceived, but then you have to remember too, yes, we're humans, but then also the not feeling alone is
Mm.
priceless.